Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Now I have just placed down a new Void Miner, and I placed that on T-SETI. So we now have 4 Void Miners placed, and the reason I did that is because when I went to craft up a new ultimate battery, I am out of barium. I have everything else, but we are out of barium. So I need to get a source for that, and unfortunately it looks like barite is really the only way to get that. I mean, there are other sources, but we really just need barite. Barium can be sourced when we get a space miner, but right now I think T-SETI is the best way to go. I also, you can see them over there, I set up 2 more quantum links and to send power. So I replaced the one on Barnard C, I think it was. One of them was using a plasma generator that I had just thrown in to get it up and running, but I went ahead and changed that out. So now we have 4 void miners, and they're all being powered directly from power produced in the base over the quantum chambers. But as we can see, we are getting a whole bunch more ores, and to be honest, I don't think we need like any of these. For some, like, we'll send into the Bioprocessing, but for the most part, this is just gonna go in there. So, yep, I just gotta go through here. Bauxite, don't need that. Cowlite, Lights. I mean, we could just void this up there, but it's easier just to void it all down here. So, I'm gonna go through there. Aluminum. I could do... I mean, we have a ton of it, but we're not, like, getting more. So it probably would be worth processing it. I'll throw it up there. So that will just through where it needs to go. Alright, and then the rest we will sort out. The other thing was the quartz. So we had no other source of it. We're pretty good on it for the time being, but obviously at some point we are going to need more. So I think we'll just probably void it at the moment. Did I do those? Yeah, if you put it back in and they disappear, it kind of tells you you've done it. Sulfur, just void it. Banded iron. Guess we could just smelt it. And then I will let this go. I think we got most of this. I'm sure there's a few more. It's kind of funny, like, we are voiding, I'd say about 75% of the ores that we are getting from our void miner. We're just voiding it all. Alright, so that is what I'm doing. And I'm also need to sort out all the things over here. All the recipes. So I need to work on that. These are the circuits I need to do, and I just threw them in my thing to get them out of my inventory while I was setting up more void miners. So yeah, I want to have, if I'm going AFK for, real life reasons, I want the base to be running and working towards something. So I will start crafting up an ultimate battery, and then I'll go AFK for a bit. So it's working. So as we can see, these are the things. I have also set up a whole bunch of P2P. These aren't actually being used yet, but these are the power. And that's connected directly to our capacitor from the original. That's what used to be powering the base, but now it is just going into the thing in there. I probably could have done like a 16 amp dynamo. I just realized, no, those are 12, right? 12 amps on these? Yeah, alright, we're good. I just realized, like, this can output 16. Thinking it might be 4 for a second, but no. We're good. Alright, so, like I said, let me continue working on the Mega Blast stuff. Let me finish doing the ores, and we'll start crafting up another ultimate battery. We got 7 more to go before we can craft this bad boy up. Just realized that might be a bit of an issue. When that was in my inventory, it was filling up from the wireless. So I'm going to have to empty that out. But everything else, Cosmic Neutronians, we have the UEV circuits. Ooh, we don't have those yet. Pretty sure we can craft them up. I just don't physically have them crafted up yet. Alright, we are back, and I have done a couple little things around because stuff was getting stuck, and one of them was this one. As we can see, there is a ton of different recipes going in there, so I replaced it with a quadruple hatch because it filled up with the one item and then it put the fluid in the other item and it got kind of stuck. So sorted that out. Now, a couple other things. I need to adjust a couple recipes. The platinum ingot, I just want to like boost the from 1. I want to put it up to like 16. Because I noticed it wasn't putting it in fast enough, but that's not. Actually, now that we're not doing it anymore, I can just go ahead and do that. I didn't want to mess up the recipe while it was working. Yeah, I really should from now on do like 16. I mean, you could even do 64 if you wanted, but I feel like 16 is going to be fast enough for majority of the stuff. All right. Also, Mega Vacuum Fuser is on the to-do list. I'm kind of avoiding it, to be honest. Because, at least with the crafts that we're doing right now, it's not the bottleneck. As we can see, it's like other stuff is the bottleneck, at least for the ultimate battery. The smelting of the ingots has been done a while, actually. We did also get up to 12 million pollution, which was pretty funny. But since it's not running anymore, it has dropped. So I may throw down a second one of these, to be honest. I don't know. I'm really just trying to avoid doing the vacuum freezer. I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it. Anyway, that's kind of where we are at. And now just crafting up the Mega Vacuum Freezer. Alright, looks like it's working. I'm just gonna pull that recipe out and it. I just didn't feel like making or melting down the soldering alloy by hand. So that'll just take us. I didn't even see what 3,600 seconds? Oh, it's done. I was like, that's a decently long recipe. Alright, the vacuum freezer. Now this thing, thankfully this thing we can probably build with the multi-block thingy. Wonder if we got... Ah, I just delete these bags. There's no point in keeping them. If they're not enchanted, there's nothing in there that I need. Alright, so I have just put this here. I was trying to figure out, I thought maybe I'd put it like right next to this, or move that. Decided I didn't feel like moving that. So I have just placed down lasers, and I think I actually am going to lower them as I go along. If I ever like upgrade these again to a higher tier, I'll probably drop them down. Or if I decide to redo cabling, I don't know. So from now on, I'm just placing them farther down. It always bugged me that they were kind of like one up. So we got our thing in here, and this was just easy access to a transformer, so that's why I did that. So there into there, and then up into here. Now this goes in the middle, and it goes way up, which is one of the reasons I find this so annoying, because you can't reach it from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it goes 8 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So if you want to check it, like, you got to fly up to check it. Really annoying. Why isn't it down here? Right. Let's get rid of this. And it's basically input hatch, or input bus, output bus, energy hatch, or in this case laser, and then 87 million casings. 11,000, or 11,000. 1171. I should also just do a regular or a advanced hatch or whatever. Maintenance hatch. Alright, so there we go. Okay. I don't know how to count. It's supposed to be 1 over. Because that was supposed to be on the edge. Right, there we go. Now it wasn't centered. I was like, that's gonna bug me. Alright, well, let me get 1171 frost-proof machine. This is just aluminum. Kind of funny, I was just talking about aluminum, and now I'm using almost 10,000. Alright, that wasn't too bad. And it does look like 125 is the most it can place. I might be 1 or 2 short because I didn't do... Oh, I was like... Oh, way short. I just crafted up what the thing said. Obviously that you can do more than one hatch. I basically did energy hatch, maintenance hatch, input bus, output bus. I might throw a hatch, input hatch, output hatch on it if we need it, but I'm not currently pulling any fluids. And if I was, I would probably just... I think it just formed, because we got a little bit of lag right there, like it was checking. Yeah, there we go. Alright, the cool thing is, too, if you have the auto-tape maintenance hatch, it just doesn't show any, like, It automatically works. That's pretty cool. All right, so there is the freezer. Oh, that's where they were. I put them in there because I ran out of room because I was doing things. Whoops. All right. Yeah, that was my fault. Did I turn it on? I forget. I did. All right. So underneath, got our output bus, and then I just need to move over the thing from over here. And get hot. So probably done with this one. Yeah, I should leave it just in case. I think this is the best way to do this with that export bus. And get hot. All right, I think we are good to go here. Let's do, I don't know, Enderium. Do I want Enderium? Whatever, we'll do Enderium. I was trying to think of, oh, I remember Vibrant Alloy. That's one, that's an easy one. Here, we'll do like 4,000. Because we definitely needed lots of this. Although, like, yeah, that stuff's smelting up. I forgot about the Ender Eyes. But it is fun to watch stuff just work. Alright, there we go. It should be Spelton. That should turn on. It's just gonna flash. Alright, and there is the... Yeah, and there we go. Wonder if batch mode would be better. Even with batch mode, it's like super small. That's funny. I don't know if there's an easier, faster way to get the things in there, to be honest. Maybe... Maybe a second input bus. Maybe have two. It's going pretty quick. There it goes. Yeah. Alright, we're good. So, Mega Vacuum Freezer. There we go. We've already smelted up 3,000, and there we go, 4,000. What did that take? A minute? Awesome. Mega Blast Furnace, Mega Freezer, Mega Blast Smelter. We are chugging along here. Alright, next thing I want to do... Oh, we are finished with the ultimate battery, by the way. One other thing. I don't know if I... Can't remember if I mentioned, but I have switched this out for a large ingredient buffer. When you need 30,000 Lapatron, it was full. I mean, it fills up with this as well. Like, because you need, what, 36 per Lapatron? I don't remember. So it is dumping a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, 30 Lapatron per thing. So this would fill up and then it would pause. And then the stuff would pull out and then it would go again. So I just replaced it with a large ingredient buffer. It just gives it a bit more room. But it still does the input and then it pauses and then it tries again a few seconds later. So sped that up just a bit. And the other thing, I have upgraded the back of this to 4 amp. I probably should be getting lasers into here. That would probably be better. But I would need a better location for that. I just kind of threw it down to get it up. and running. I guess we could do it. Just like, is there a way to... Yeah, not really. Need to like move that over. Ooh, we could do it on the back of this. Actually, why don't we do it like back here? We could send laser out back here, and then we could have a laser something, but yeah. I feel like this is probably going to get moved. I don't know. Okay, so chemical reactor, I need to get lasers in. That is a bit of a bottleneck as well. But one of the other huge bottlenecks is our whole energy cluster things, Lapatronic clusters, because you need a ton of these. So this is actually a bit of a bottleneck. I noticed, because we only have 2. And, ooh. Alright, I'm going to have to deal with our platinum line. And we are, no, our Dequata and our platinum. Alright, before we do another one, I'm going to have to deal with that. We are producing these, but it's just, I need to upgrade it. Yeah, where? I forgot what I was looking at. I already forgot. What was I doing? Oh, 512, yes. So if you do the math, you need 512 of these when it's 50 seconds at ZPM. I mean, we have it overclocked twice, but it's quite slow. All right, well, let me do some of this. I guess Dangote, that thing we're going to need to do. Platinum. It's running. I was just over there. It's not fast enough, unfortunately. It's just, we've, like, grown out of it. Palladium, I'll do with that. And let me throw Nequata. I don't think there's any other way to get Nequata dust. Like, from the ore, it's gonna give, yeah, the stuff that we need to deal with. And we have so much of it. Yeah, we're up to 2.3 million. Alright, I need to get that going as well. Here, let's mark that. Alright. First I need to deal with these, though, because that is a little bit crazy. Also, I emptied out this battery buffer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back into the A system. Oh! That's what I was like, how am I going to get the A system? I'm going to have to turn off the wireless. Or just detach it. Alright. That is the... what I was going to say, another assembly line. Hold on. Let me go ahead and do that as well. So I have been crafting up some stuff, and I realized one issue relating to platinum is when I broke down the blast furnaces, the vulcanuses, well, when I moved all the recipes, I forgot to set this back up. So, yeah, I need to do this. So, I think we'll probably just set it up the same way we had it before. So that, keep in stock, and then do this, import. And that should start stocking that, and that should turn on. There it goes. And that will go through all that refined platinum. So that was one of the little problems with that. Although now I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, that's not the part that gives the platinum dust. That just gives back the metallic powder. I still need to look at that. But anyway, that was one little issue that I needed to solve. Also, I have gone ahead and set up this assembly line. And we're going to do the advanced version. Now, if you've never seen this, it's kind of funny. When you place it down, you get like a wall of text. There we go. And it's absolutely huge. Not entirely sure how this will function, but I think the gist of it is you can parallelize the assembly line recipes. As we know, we have to set up some kind of funniness with only putting the 1 in and all sorts of kind of craziness under here. With subnets and all sorts of stuff. Well, this, I think we can just do it a little bit more simple. And what I've actually done is put it on a buffer. Again, I could probably do the bigger one. I just had one of these in my A system. And I've done filters, because we're going to do just the 1. Because what this does is you put the items in, and it, instead of consuming all of them at once, and then the next batch goes in, and when that finishes, then it uses it all up, it kind of like goes along the line, consuming each thing. And if you put more in, it'll start consuming more. I'm not entirely sure how it's programmed to work, but basically, I think this is much better if you need to parallelize like a single recipe. So what I have done is set up for this thing. Now the bioprocessing units, as we know, UHV, and it's 30 seconds. So these are running on UHV power, and they take 30 seconds each. And the reason I've done this one is because all the quantum chests that we need, these need 4 of these UEV circuits each. That is 32 bioprocessing units for each quantum thing needs that. So I figured let's try this out and we'll see. We need 32 of those per thing. I think you do get no, I think I don't remember if we have extra left over, but I don't think we do. You know, sometimes it's when you have to do, you need 16 each. You might not need it all, but yeah. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm just going to take out the bio mainframe. This is my UEV stuff I'm putting in there. And we'll put this just in there, just the regular old thing. I have set this up just to do the old way until I can see how it works, because you can actually use lasers, and we'll probably upgrade it at some point, but getting lasers over here, I didn't set this up to deal with lasers yet, so I don't even know how would we get lasers into it. Maybe come like laser this way, and then we have to laser up and then laser over into the back of it or something. I don't know. So let's just try with the UHV. Now I have crafted up enough stuff so we're not gonna like lag here. So I have enough for 32. I just crafted it all up, pre-crafted it up so we could see what happens. And yeah, I guess we'll just get it going. What could happen, right? And the cool thing about this, like I said, we don't have to... No! I forgot to move the recipe. Dang it! But, okay. You can see it's 30 seconds. I totally forgot about that. Did it put the... Okay, it didn't put another one in. I gotta find out where it is. There it is. I forgot to move the recipe. Dang it. Oh well. Well, it goes in there. Nice and easy. So, 30. Not 32. We have enough for 30 now. Yes. Okay. Start. Should put everything in there. This is going to pull out. Yeah, I should do the super one, but I'm curious. Oop, I forgot to turn it on. Uh-oh. Not working. All right. Why isn't that working? It said it built in the exact same way from what I'm reading. I was like, why isn't it? Yeah, from what I read on the tooltip, it says it's built in the exact same way. But you can think of... We'll start processing once the input bus contents align with any stored data stick. The first slice will consume the input in bus 1 after the first slice's work is concluded, and we'll start the second slice at the same time. First slice will look for input in input bus number 1. If there are still enough inputs in slice 1, it will start working again. Alright, I did put the wrong thing in, didn't I? I put the wrong data hatch thing in there. I need the bioprocessing unit. User error. Oh, okay. Look at that. Alright, so we can see how it's working. It is working like it's... Okay, we had an issue. Right, so that probably... Man, did we just void a bunch? Well, it's a learning curve. It is a learning curve. Each slice is probably making it cost more and more. Alright, so... Instead of UHV, maybe... Oh, I'm gonna have to figure... Like, how would I figure out... There is... Slice cannot find the materials, or blah, blah, blah. The EU cost of this machine is the number of slices active multiplied by the original. Alright, so... Would multiple amp things be better? So, for example, I have 8 slices. Wait, is that gonna... Alright, I'm gonna need to do a little bit of testing. It's kind of sucks that I'm wasting, like, super expensive stuff. But... it'll be good to figure out, like... If I am trying to do bioprocessing units, do I need... like 7 amps of UHV to run that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more testing, but this is kind of an interesting mechanic. I'm kind of liking it so far. Maybe lasers would be much easier than trying to use energy hatches. All right, let me do a little bit more. figuring out how this works, and then we'll come back in the next episode and get it up and running. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.